Today's episode of the Watson Weekly Podcast is sponsored by Miracle, the catalyst of commerce. We all know that e-commerce is changing at breakneck speed. But if you're playing by the rules of retail's past, you're leaving money on the table, and a lot of it. Miracle empowers 450 retailers to successfully flip the script and transform their businesses by creating a flywheel of AI-powered marketplace and retail media solutions. What's stopping you from joining this retail revolution? It's March 31st, 2025, and this is the Watson Weekly, your essential e-commerce digest. Today on our show, Shoptalk Recap. That's it. And finally, the Investor Minute, which contains 5 items this week from the world of venture capital, acquisitions, and IPOs. But first, in our shopping cart full of news, well, it was Shoptalk Week, and that's all we're going to speak about today, except for some investor updates. First, let me start with gratitude. For all those I was able to speak with, even for a brief minute, grab a coffee with, or break bread with, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I swear as I get older, my memory keeps getting worse and worse. I think it might have something to do with getting old. Even if it takes me a moment to jog my memory, please take it easy on me. Now I'm going to go to trust. I've been going to trade shows for what feels like 25 years at this point, all the way back to eBay Live and Internet Retailer, and then Shop.org. If you've just entered the field of e-com, you might be tempted to think we're in a transactional world. After all, that's kind of what we're doing here. You set up a booth, you sell to a prospect, and you make your commission. Nothing could be further from the truth. If you make a claim on a slide or at a booth, you better be able to back it up. The entire community is a fishbowl. Anyone who's been in the space for 10 years can see false claims coming a mile away. And that's because they probably know better than even you do about what you can actually deliver. With how fast communication is, as soon as you put a logo slide in your presentation, the prospect has already fact-checked that presentation by the time you even have moved on to the next slide. And that means you may have even already lost the sale without realizing it if you are overselling what you did with any of these customers. In other words, pay attention to what claims you make, even if they were given to you by someone on your marketing team. As far as what I noticed most about Shoptalk, first, I heard mixed things about traffic. Some people thought traffic was slightly down. Others thought the show was extremely productive and busier than last year. I do think the number of people at the show was slightly down from my perception, and enough people told me that high-level retail contacts were down this year that I believe them. Still, so much business was done. Second, the badge situation at Shoptalk has gotten completely freaking out of control. It's gotten to the point that I wonder if Shoptalk is too big for its own good now, or they're trying to control things so much in the name of not allowing people to pass badges, almost like a shared Netflix account. Now we have a wristband, which was required, and a badge. And Gestapo-like security cards that are in front of the show. I'm pretty sure next year there'll be an RFID locator device. Tell me I'm wrong. I dare you. To get to the brand portion of the concert, you needed 2 more badges and even a fake gold chain. Still, more people than ever came to Shoptalk this year without a badge and didn't care. Which brings me to my next point. The main content at Shoptalk has become extremely watered down except for a few bright spots, and it's kind of inevitable. Even personally, as a moderator of a panel or giving a presentation each year, especially if you work with big retailers, it becomes very hard to separate the signal from the noise. Speaking of noise, can we talk about agentic for a second? It's kind of the new word for AI, which is kind of the new word for chatbot. And it seems the investor community has just decided that generative AI or chatbots or GPTs are not a cool enough word, and so agentic. And every booth is the same thing. The first agentic version of everything in the world. However, if you listen carefully to the booth conversation, what is this agentic stuff? And if you hear someone answer that question without using the word chatbot, I will send you $1,000, literally. This is not the future of e-com, folks, and it's certainly not the future of how we're going to sell this stuff to prospects and brands. Instead, it's lipsticks and earrings on a pig just trying to attract attention. I even had conversations with trusted friends at these sometimes very large enterprise corporations that were rolling their eyes at their own booths. Authenticity matters, and if everyone else is doing it, the easiest and best way to stand out is to have a little courage. Poke fun at the world we're in and be clear and honest with prospects you are speaking with. Still, Shoptalk is one of the go-to events in the e-commerce world. It's hard to miss it. Furthermore, the more organized you are going into the show, the more you're going to make out of it. It's a great event, and I want to thank everyone again for being a part of it. It's that time, friends, for our Investor Minute. We have 5 items on the menu today. First, B2B food and beverage platform Odeko raises $126 million in Series E funding. Independent food B2B platform Odeko raised $126 million, which is $96 million in equity and $30 million in a credit facility in Series E funding, which will be used to acquire companies, drive growth through new services and cost savings, and hire management talent. The company has also announced that it acquired Butter Insurance, which will enable Odeko to offer its customers comprehensive, cost-effective insurance solutions. In the end, startups use fintech solutions such as insurance as another way to generate revenues from premiums in sectors with low margins. Honest question, how long is it before Odeko IPOs? Second, agentic marketing platform Oxia raises $23.5 million in seed and Series A funding. Marketing platform that enables personalized consumer journeys, Oxia has raised $23.5 million in seed and Series A funding that will be used to hire engineering, sales, and marketing talent, as well as product development and further U.S. expansion. AI enables companies to use technology to offer one-to-one customer journeys rather than rules-based systems, which are suboptimal and highly manual. Third, sales tax compliance platform for e-commerce and SaaS companies, Numeral, has raised $18 million in Series A funding that will be used to build solutions for SaaS companies, hire engineering talent, and expand internationally. Sales tax compliance is highly complex and complicated, and it can potentially close e-commerce businesses due to tax thresholds that can lead to large bills or potential penalties. Numeral is building solutions for SaaS companies. It's more interesting as more states will start collecting sales tax on software sales. Fourth, customer journey platform for B2B SaaS companies MaxIQ secures $7.8 million in seed funding. Customer journey platform for B2B SaaS companies, formerly known as Gaian AI, MaxIQ has raised $7.8 million in seed funding that will be used to further product development and hire talent. The company has also announced a new CEO and CRO as part of the funding announcement. MaxIQ aims to create an end-to-end solution that unifies sales, customer success, and revenue operations for B2B SaaS sales teams rather than using multiple solutions to manage the customer journey. And finally, content optimization platform Copley raises $4.8 million in pre-seed funding. Content optimization and experimentation platform Copley has raised $4.8 million in pre-seed funding, which will be used in product development and hiring talent in engineering, sales, and customer success. AI-based tools to analyze advertising or content for marketers are a hot sector, with agent-based solutions currently receiving interest from investors. Interesting to note that the Klaviyo co-founders are part of the investors, as the Copley founders are ex-Klaviyo and ex-Salesforce. Did you know that RMW Commerce has another podcast? Check out the Watson Weekend for an unfiltered and lively e-commerce chat each week with me, Rick Watson, my co-host Jess Liseski, and an array of interesting guests and topics, all focused on e-com. You can find the Watson Weekend by searching for it on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube. That's all for this week. Till next time, Watsonians. Hi, I'm Rick Watson, CEO and founder of RMW Commerce Consulting and host of the Watson Weekly podcast, your essential e-commerce digest. Our production partner for this series is Podcast on the Fly. This podcast is produced by RMW Commerce. To hear new episodes of the show every Monday morning, subscribe now at rmwcommerce.com/Watson Weekly and wherever you get your podcasts.